The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Denise Tan. Senator Risa Hontiveros renews the call for China to pay billions in environmental damages in the West Philippine Sea. In a statement, Hontiveros said the compensation will help the country as it faces an economic downturn. She noted that this is not the first time the Philippines will seek reparations since China has been engaged in destructive activities in the past. Meanwhile, the Justice Department wants to file cases against China. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla will seek the guidance of Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin on what action to take. Recently, the Philippine military released footage of alleged coral harvesting in Rosul Reef.
Tingin ko naman, we will pursue these cases against China. The Department of Justice was given a briefing already on this matter. Kaya alam namin itong pangyayaring ito. The matter is ripe for the filing of a case in international tribunals.
Environment advocate Oceana has expressed concern about the possibility of China building structures in the West Philippine Sea. Marine scientist Juves de Jesus told Radio 5 that Beijing may have been harvesting corals in the Iroquois Reef and Sabina Shoal for business. When the corals are gone, de Jesus said Beijing may later on put up structures in the disputed waters. According to the expert, it will take years to recover destroyed reefs.
Merong possible na ginagamit yung corals for trade sa China, pwedeng gawing mga jewelry at mga accessories. Based din kasi sa history sa Kalayaan Island sa West Philippines. Ganito yung simula ng pagkasira ng mga coral reefs. Tapos kapag nasira na nila ay saka nila tatambakan at tatayuan ng mga structures.
President Bongbong Marcos is planning to impose a fishing ban to help stabilize the country's aquaculture industry. Marcos Jr. underscored the importance of a pause to avoid depleting fish stocks and make them last through the next season. However, President Marcos did not identify the areas where fishing will be temporarily prohibited. Aside from the ban, the government will put up more cold storage facilities to prevent the spoilage of fish catch. Moving on to another story, the House has removed a key provision in the proposed pension reform for military and uniformed personnel or MUPs. Under the revised bill, those in active duty will no longer be required to contribute to their retirement fund. Only new entrants will remit 9% of their salary to the pension system, with the national government contributing 12%. The tweak measure also allows the president to adjust pensions during adverse economic conditions. Recall that the Finance Department has warned of a fiscal collapse if the MUP pension reform is not done. More stories coming your way after a quick break. Stay with us. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Denise Tan. The two activists supposedly kidnapped over their opposition to Manila Bay reclamation projects have been released. On Tuesday, Jonila Castro and Jed Tamano appeared to have blindsided authorities when they revealed they were taken by the military in the NTF-LCAC's very own press conference. Earlier, state officials claimed the two surrendered willingly in Bulacan after leaving the communist movement. But according to Tamano and Castro, they were abducted by soldiers in Orion, Bataan on September 12. They added that they were coerced into signing an affidavit that said they turned themselves in.
Ang totoo po dinukot kami ng mga militar sakay ng van. Napilitan din kami na sumurrender. Dahil pinagbantaan yung buhay namin, yun po ang totoo.
So wala naman po kami sa bundok, hindi po kami armado, tapos dudukutin niyo po kami. Ano pong karapatan niyo para gawin yun?
70th Infantry Battalion Commander Lieutenant Colonel Ronel de la Cruz denied knowledge of the supposed abductions and affidavit. The NTF-LCAC is standing by the Army's account of events.
Klaro naman po, inedit pa nga po nila yung salaysay nila. Wala po kami ron. Ginuhaan po sila ng salaysay.
Authorities have recovered the motorcycle allegedly used by the killers of Attorney Maria Saniata Gonzalez Alzate in Abra. The red motorcycle was discovered this morning at Casamata Hills in Bagad Town. Authorities said the motorcycle was last seen at the area after Alzate was shot in front of her home. The suspects might have wanted to cross the mountain with it but weren't able to do so due to tight security at the entry and exit points. The motorcycle had no plates on but still had its chassis and engine number. The police are now coordinating with the Land Transportation Office to determine the owner of the motorcycle. They also have a 100,000 peso reward for any information on the suspects. Let's now take a look at today's other top stories. The Philippine Air Force received a brand new surveillance aircraft from the United States. The U.S. turned over a Cessna 208B Grand Caravan to the Air Force, which can be used for intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance missions. In total, the Philippine Air Force now has 3 units of the aircraft in their inventory. A Senate panel has approved a measure providing for absolute divorce. The Senate Committee on Women, Children, Family Relations, and Gender Equality recommended the approval of Senate Bill 2443. Under the bill, divorce can be sought on the grounds of rape or if a married couple has been separated for 5 years. Over the years, different versions of the divorce bill have been filed in Congress, but none has prospered. Senator Win Gatchalian has received enough votes for his recommendation to expel offshore gaming operators from the Philippines. According to Gatchalian's report, which was signed by 10 senators, revenues garnered from POGOs do not offset negative impacts like crime. The PNP has reported over 4,300 POGO-related crimes since 2017. One News Now will be back at 6 p.m. with the day's latest stories. See you then. I'm Denise Tan. We are One News.